Check the radio, pit crew is far from slow. The lights no longer yellow. Ready, steady, go. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing. 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 In love with the ride. Burning rubber smells real nice. Fuel it up once or twice. Come on, fast is the way to drive. Crowds all on their feet, not one bothered by the heat. Imagine them in the driver's seat. Checkered flag would be sweet. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing. 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 Everybody get ready. On your feet. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Crank it up. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing. 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 Crank it up. Oh, it's racing.
With the ButtKicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. ButtKicker. The future is feeling.
Looking for a new PC or an upgrade to your current one? Look no further than Ford Entertainment Group, your home for the best quality and value in new, pre-built, and custom PCs at the lowest price guaranteed. We have affordable PC solutions for any budget, with custom builds starting at $595. Even the pros turn to Ford Entertainment Group to get them up and running. With valued customers from all over the world, it's easy to see why Ford Entertainment Group is the most trusted brand in custom PCs.
I wanted to save my awesome subscribers the most money when they started their sim racing journey. I started trying low for the best deals. And I'm so proud that Jeffrey and I have partnered up so I can spread the good news about where to get the lowest price on a high quality computer.
Feel confident when buying from us with the FEG Satisfaction Guarantee. Get yourself on track today by visiting us online at fegpc.net.
When you need the best designs in your fleet of vehicles, there's only one brand name that many trust in. One that makes every car pop out from the rest of the field, and that is Lightning Wrapz. Be sure to check us out on Facebook at Lightning Wrapz. Get yourself a vehicle unlike the rest. Lightning Wrapz, the most affordable designs made at your leisure.
If you guys can feel it, we can feel it too. It's time to put the pedal straight down into that metal. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to PTM Racing TV and the Pedal to the Metal Racing League's showcase of the ButtKicker 80 here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway, presented in part by our friends at the Pit Stall Racing Series, the ButtKicker Company, Ford Entertainment Group PC.net, and Lightning Wrapz for their support this season, and the fans as well for always tuning in to the showcase of the greats and the fastest of our league and our show. We are currently in a hot-headed field right now with 22 top-tier drivers locked and loaded, ready to go at it here on the show, as some of the toughest and some of the fastest are going to have to really be pushed to their limits here with that 550 horsepower package in these truck series here of this 1.5 mile long track. Las Vegas Motor Speedway is no jokes, no thrills, and all skills. To win here, you must figure out how to gamble at the right time and figure out how to manage at the right time. It's like always a good game of Texas Hold'em. You got to know when to hold them, and you got to know when to fold them. And a lot of these guys well aware of that currently right now, just getting prepared for what's in store for them and what they're going to have to deal with as 22 of the best drivers come locked and loaded with us today. Let's take a look at our starting results here in a little bit. With our grading results, we'll look at it here. Presented by the PitStar Racing Series. The grading order here today will stop up here in a minute as our track tech talk comes out of the way. So right here, here's what we're looking at. 1.5 miles in length. This is a D-shaped configuration. A little bit of flat banking on the banks, a little bit tougher to get around. But what that means is because there is enough for that banking, you actually get a little bit more speed, a little more endurance, and it becomes a very technical little track. See a lot of speeds, high risk, high reward. But if you can manage your control and manage yourself on the track, you'll be A-okay. With that said here, race fans, let's get down to business. The grading order presented by our friends at the ButtKicker Company is showing to you live here on the show. On the pole, the number 1, Bobby Anderson, with the outside him, and the number 66, it's going to be Corey Stahl. And row number 2, it'll be the 7 of Jeffrey Vickery. Outside of them, and that number 99 is Wally Babb. Row number 3 is Jeff Oakes, and the 20 outside of them, and the 21, that's Robert Kahn. Row number 4 is the 27 of Corey Reed. Outside of them, and the 84, it is Matthew Hofford. And row number 5, it's going to be Jason Henry in the 3, the outside of them. In the 5, it is Chantel, the throttle poddle. And row number 6, it's Clinton Seymour in the 18, the outside of them. And the number 76, it is Mike Rideout. Row number 7 is going to be Sean Long in the 98, outside of them. And that's 77, it is Stephen Ford. And row number 8 is going to be Kevin Baker in the 87, the outside of them. And the 13, Hunter Hansen. Row number 9 is going to be stretched out with Joker Joe Nuttleman in the 14, outside of them. And the 08, Keith Checkmate Taylor. Row number 10 is Dennis Warrens in the 90, outside of them, and the 28 is Robert Hissong. And finally, in row number 11, we'll see the closer, Cindy Taylor, in the 07 outside of her, and the number 12, Shane Ledoux. Your field of drivers now set to go. Wally Babb bringing it on and saying TLM. I don't know what that means exactly, but yeah, we'll go with it. Field now ready to get down to business here, ready to get down to the action here on display. These guys absolutely ready to kick it up. 80 laps the distance here for this one. This will be a long formatted race here. Definitely going to be a lot of tough contenders. Hunter Hammer and Hansen not able to make the call out of the gate, so the 13 with some mechanical problems going to be stretched out in the back a little bit. He's going to have some work to do. Now, there's one thing we have not done this entire season. It really has been talk about the points all season, and there's a reason why. When we talk about point systems, we talk about the racing. Usually we talk about how the endurance level is, how it's going to be throughout. And I'm going to tell you right now, this endurance has never been felt more apparent than this season with over 20 drivers routinely coming into the show. It's extremely difficult to amass some points and amass a run in terms of scope, in terms of consistency. You really got to dictate the pace and stay under control of yourself and focus in on the rest. Gary Brooks comes on board saying, have a great race, drivers. Gary, thanks for tuning on in, sir. Your field of drivers now set to go off of turn number 4, this time on by Las Vegas. It is time to rock and roll the dice around here. Let's see what happens when you put it on the line. Time to bring it down to Vegas. It's green flag racing. Off the butt kicker starting zone, we'll send him in 3 wide out of the gate. Robert Kahn going to the outside immediately, trying to stay out of trouble. Bumping and tagging and back in there. Oaksy gets into it a little bit with a 99 to Wally Babb. I don't know, Bab's going to appreciate getting sent to the top side so quickly. That's not usually where you want to run to. Watch for drivers early on to work the bottom in the middle, but as the track starts to tear tires up, then you may see a little bit more run back up to the bottom lane if you can. I expect some single file groove racing here a little while as soon as these guys kind of get their heads kind of squared up and used to what they're doing with. But that fuel run too going to be extremely detrimental to their run and their drive today. They've got to stay focused and stay under control right now as Jeffrey Oaks, whoa, throws a huge block on the number 5 Jacinto Bottle. Bottle throws to the bottom. She got trapped down there. Up front to the race lane now. Battle for the lead. Vickery to the inside. Takes control. The number 7 will be your new leader. Bobby Anderson sent to the outside now, dealing with the pressure in the middle lane there. The rattlesnake, Robert Kahn, trying to sneak his way back into the middle and strike again.
Randy Lapidus coming on board saying, love Vegas, fun track. Yes, indeed. Joshua Gossett, let's go racing.
Awesome to have you all on board today, folks. On board with that Red Bull number 66 Chevrolet Silverado driver Corey Stalls. He continues to move his way to the chains. Currently is 4 spots down there, qualified second, struggling to get by some guys here as this draft early on taking full whip and control. Corey Reed, though, I'm not sure if he's trying to find a new line or find a new home on that top side, but he went hard and wide to try to get up there. He did not get a run as well as he was hoping for. Got sent back in a little bit in the back here as the field works their way around. Still clean though. Lap number 25, I believe, will be our stage break here. That will then set up a very long haul for these drivers to have to go up against. And you can just see too just how close everybody is together, how tough it is to get control of this track and try to find the openings and make your moves when you can. We expected that here with the ButtKicker 80. Well, there is one thing I could tell you guys. There is the points leader in the second position, number 21, Robert Kahn, the Rattlesnake, currently 4 spots ahead in points-wise to Bobby Anderson. So he right now continues to hold the pace and holds the chances for Anderson to try to knock him down. He's currently second place there in the points, and he's leading this race out. He'll get an extra point here, but if he does not have Kahn, get a little bit lower into the bracket here in the next couple of races, if not this race, he's going to have a very tough time taking him down off his pedestal. Anderson, well aware of that. That's why he's currently fighting off any contenders and anyone who dares try to come after him and try to take over his control. We go on board with Sean Long, 2 spots up, and then a 99 Ford F-150. Uh-oh, look out, dude. We got trouble. There's trouble up ahead. 2, 3 cars wrecked out here. Caution spewing out on the track. Something major going wrong there. And that will bring out our first caution today here. A little bit of a wind up and a hit and a miss. Let's take a look at it with the FEGPC.net instant replay. Well, from my point of view, looked like a bit of a hard racing ordeal. Looked like Oaksy got into it a little bit there on the back half as Pottle tried to avoid him, and it looked like from there it got a little bit nasty. We'll take another look at it. Slight toe tap, and then goes into the wall protection there, and that's where everything kind of went haywire. And the field already going to bracket into their first pit stop of the day. The officials will have to judge that one. I don't know if I would even be able to get that one figured out. You're going to have to dig this one up a bit and see what happened exactly there. I don't know if they really understood what went wrong or what went down until it was kind of too little too late. Now those that suffered some damage early now have to get it repaired out. See, Jason Henry in 3 got damaged that badly. Bottle coming out of pit road. She's got a fresh, clean slate now on the truck after that little hit. And they really only get 1 instant repair, too. So, well, I take that back, actually. She still has damage on the rear end. So, that truck did not get an instant repair. Clinton Seymour, though. Man, what a tough break there for the 18. That was definitely not something I think he was expecting, nor did he want to see. Time to take a listen into our drivers right now in our lineup here as we listen in to the number 84, Matthew Hoffert here. Hoffert, things getting a little bit wild out on the track here as you kind of bring it into the top 10.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting that one. It was just a big old checkup. I had nowhere to go. Got to the back of the 3. Not sure what happened up front ahead of him, but that piled up pretty quickly.
Do you think with the way this draft is going to be, you think another pile up could be in order? These guys aren't too careful?
Definitely. If you're not paying attention and try to go 2-3 wide, back end slips out a little bit, it's very easy for it to happen again.
For sure there. Hoffert, thank you for your time down there.
Thank you.
Matthew Hoffert, ladies and gentlemen, there on the line. And again, it just like a slight little slip up, and again, everything just kind of comes creamy towards you. Really not a lot of ways you can make that call, or really you can make a fair judgment. It's just one of those racing deals that we always say. They'll keep the yellow lights on here. They want to get everybody put back into the proper position. They are not ready to go green just yet. They were trying to get everyone up. Hammer and Hunter Hansen is going to bring the 13 back on out. He's finally out on the track. We'll listen to him when we get to our stage break here. Jeffrey Oaks, though, definitely going to be a beneficiary from this little hit. He stayed out. He'll continue to stay green with it. Field will work their way around here. Adam Miller saying 21, so a lot of love down there for the Rattlesnake, Robert Kahn. Well, he's currently going to have to work from the 4th position here as we're going to line him back up into the field. Pit stops are going to be very crucial here, folks. These guys need to make sure they watch when they get in and watch when they get out, and they know there's a lot that can go right. There's a lot that can go wrong. The Pedal Metal Racing League is ready to get down to it and back at it once more. They're going to see to it and get back to the action here coming off of turn number 4. We have got 11 laps now put into the books. Alyssa Collins saying, let's go his song. We got a lot of fans rooting on our drivers and rooting on these guys, and it's about time we get back down to it. Here we go again. Green flag back in the air. Stage lap still not yet reached. Whoa, speaking of stage lap not reached, I don't think the speed was reached there for the 87. Kevin Baker way off the speed there. End up getting cripped up the 3 wide, and he's trapped in the middle. These guys are going to have to try to find a way to escape at times and get out of this mess when they can. It's extremely difficult to do, though, and they know it, too. Jeffrey Oaks in the 20 right now, moving the chains up ahead here, staying in the lead while Kahn tries to get him on the outside. Anderson looking on at that 21, seeing when he goes, he'll go for it. And Baker looks like he might have gotten away back in the throttle here. He's back in tip-top working order. He is starting to make some movement here. Vickery and Babb on the bottom of him, though, currently holding it down. Kahn now to the race lead. New leader once again. Man, these guys really just putting so much on the line, so much at stake here in the early going. And again, they're really full throttling it like a plate track would. But the problem is, when you get late into the run, tires wear out, it gets tougher and tougher to pass. Then you have to really situate a certain line, a certain element, and then hope the other driver makes a mistake before you do, and that's where you really got to be pushing your luck, as we say, and maybe throwing out a few dice or two to gamble this one out. Kevin Rush saying, let's go Joe Nuttleman. Jeffrey Radke saying, let's go Wally. You are making your voices heard here on PTM Racing TV, ladies and gentlemen. We'll read them, we'll see them, and right now I know these drivers are listening, and they can hear you, and they want to, and they love it all the more while. On board here with Joker Joe Nuttleman here as currently the 14. He is 6 spots up here. Not the hard charger, but he is definitely tied in the 3rd spot for it, as he tries to get the Joker Mobile a little bit further ahead in the Tundra camp, but he's stuck between traffic and stuck between the lines, still trying to find an opening when he can. Guys absolutely taking all new levels and taking up all the speed and the power they can, trying to find areas and openings when they get to it. Gus Set saying, I'm pulling for Baker, let's go 87. Oh, Baker some love down there, and he is making, I think he's feeling it. I think he's putting the pressure on because he has now moved some change. He's 9 spots up and he's getting closer to the front. Uh-oh, a little trouble there for Corey Reed. Gets stuck into the wall there in the 27. Gets out of it cleanly. They stay green. Out of 80 laps now on the books, and we're getting closer to the big marker. And again, it will stay like this for just a little longer too. But you can even see now how far they're starting to spread out. If you get off that gas pedal, you're losing speed. The problem is you have to, because now that right front tire, that's starting to shift up a little bit. You can even see Stephen Ford, he's jerking the wheel straight left, just trying to hold that thing in to get some control of that Midnight Motorsports machine. It's a little bit of midnight madness, I say right now. But up front, look out for the Green Power Ranger. A fitting tribute from Bobby Anderson to a friend that we have lost, unfortunately, in the world. Rest in peace to our Green Ranger friend. But right now, Robert Kahn currently is trying not to let the power of the Ranger take control of this race. The Freightliner up on the bottom lane, holding the line down here as the number 1 continues to dog him on the top. But Anderson knows that's a bad omen. He's stuck in a bad spot. If he doesn't get to that bottom sooner rather than later, that right front tire will become more and more difficult to really push the momentum. But he's got some help. Vickery right behind him, initiating the draft. Sequence to push. Now the draft off the inside. Kahn desperately in a plea, trying to hold him back. Throws another drive down on the bottom lane, holding on. He'll get into him a little bit. Oh, but Wally Babb gets into a little too. He got clipped. Somebody took the 99 into the wall there. I couldn't tell who that might have been. Looked like a little rubbing his racing ordeal, and unfortunately it got a little too much of the rubbing and less of the racing. Speeds continue to kick off here in the desert sands of Vegas. Just on the outskirts, of course, of the Las Vegas Boulevard currently. Right now, you are watching on here in the ButtKicker 80 as we're witnessing an impressive battle here, not just for the race positions, but for the points and leads. Extreme aggression from the number 7 here of Vickery as he continues to hound that 21 down to the bottom. But again, when we get later into these laps, how far will they stretch out and who puts it into pit road the first? That's when it turns into an endurance race. You get the plate track at one point, then you get the endurance part the next. That's the very nature of this beast we see here at Las Vegas. It's very interesting, to say the least. All drivers stay on out here, some having to stay in the back further as they go. A lot of guys currently struggling to keep up speed, trying to keep up the distance. Clinton Seymour and Jason Henry certainly one of them. Although for Seymour, that damage on that truck definitely made a bit of amends, a bit of an issue there. One name, honestly, I'm kind of surprised to see right now still in this. That's that 14, Joker Joe Nudelman. And I'm not sure where he came from, but he seems to have figured something out here in Vegas. He's not making it easy on these guys for the lead. He's your hard charger. He started 17th position today, folks. He's not letting up on these guys. Bobby Anderson, Jeffrey Vickery, Robert Kondo, they're not letting up either. You can see them start to develop the single file draft. One more lap to go before stage break. And there is the stage break now initiated. And now things will calm down and settle down just a little bit. Wow. Well, my friends, that was enjoyable. That was a bit chaotic, to say the least. And the thing is, we're just getting started. We are just getting started indeed here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Race fans, when we come back, some drivers have found themselves trapped between a rock and a hard place. But if you know how to figure out the Vegas Strip, you know how to deal the right hand. Stay tuned with us here on PTM Racing TV. We'll come back after this quick commercial message. Tonight's race presented in part by our friends at the Pit Stall Racing Series. If you guys need to get into the showbiz and hard racing series, the other ain't just going to find us in Vegas. You'll find it in the Pit Stall Race Series on Thursday nights. Be sure to tune in and also join them on Thursday nights for the Pit Stall Racing Series. By the ButtKicker Company, the best in performance on feeling real tracks of the virtual world, the ButtKicker. Feel what you have been missing. By Ford Entertainment Group, PC.net. They match your want with your wallet to build the best PC at the right price. And by Lightning Wrapz, with affordable designs made at your leisure, Lightning Wrapz is looking to bring out the best designs in your liveries.
With the ButtKicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. ButtKicker. The future is feeling.
You need the best designs in your fleet of vehicles. There's only one brand name that many trust in. One that makes every car pop out from the rest of the field, and that is Lightning Wrapz. Be sure to check us out on Facebook at Lightning Wrapz. Get yourself a vehicle unlike the rest. Lightning Wrapz, the most affordable designs made at your leisure.
Looking for a new PC or an upgrade to your current one? Look no further than Ford Entertainment Group, your home for the best quality and value in new, pre-built, and custom PCs at the lowest price guaranteed. We have affordable PC solutions for any budget, with custom builds starting at $595. Even the pros turn to Ford Entertainment Group to get them up and running. With valued customers from all over the world, it's easy to see why Ford Entertainment Group is the most trusted brand in custom PCs.
I wanted to save my awesome subscribers the most money when they start their sim racing journey. I searched high and low for the best deals. And I'm so proud that Jeffrey and I have partnered up so I can spread the good news about where to get the lowest price on a high quality computer.
Feel confident when buying from us with the FEG Satisfaction Guarantee. Get yourself on track today by visiting us online at fegpc.net.
Alright, race fans, welcome back here to the show. Here we are currently getting ready to get out of here for stage number 2, which is our final stage, of course. They only get a little cautionary break. Just competition caution. Really, we shouldn't even be calling them stage breaks. It should just be competition caution, in all honesty. But this next set of laps here, this is going to get a little bit more interesting. Yes, we've had the drafts, we've had the packs, but now what happens when you have to separate out a little bit? This is where Las Vegas becomes an enduro, if you will, of tempers and control. Tires are going to be burning, they're going to be feeling, and these guys and gals know they cannot overdrive early. They've got to stay focused and really line their marks up and hit their spots and hope it all works out okay in the end. Some limits will be pushed, some will be tested. We're going to bring him around off of turn number 4 this time on by, and it is time to bring us back to the ButtKicker 80 at the ButtKicker restart zone. Heads up, fields down, visors down. Let's get back to it. Green flag is out. Whoa, 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 whoa. Trouble out of the gate. Wallybab yet again struggling in the 99. Did not get off the line. Finds himself trapped yet again in another little unusual predicament. Well, very interesting enough. Look at the way these drivers are already kind of spreading apart. They're not trying to go too crazy out of the gate. Kevin Baker, though, can't say the same for him. The 87 loose off of turn number 4, nearly getting himself thrown into the wolves, but he is able to stay with the pack. Kathleen Crawford comes on board saying hashtag Team Rattlesnake. One of the guys we're going to have to watch out for as well, I would say, that maybe a bit of an underdog after having to start in the very back. That's Hammer and Hunter Hansen. Didn't even get the truck out for the gridding order, got trapped there. But as soon as he came out, well, he's been doing what we've said his nickname is, and that's hammering down. The 13 is currently moving the chains back into the fight. The Red Bull driver, number 66, Corey Stahl, also keeping his pace, keeping his wits about him, continuing to dictate around while Jeffrey Vickery and Robert Kahn, Bobby Anderson battle for the lead. Robert, his song though in the 28 Budweiser machine. Let's just say he's had a little bit of bad luck here on the show, and he's looking to try to change that today. He's come close to putting it in the podium, if not maybe putting a chance in for a victory lane celebration. But he has not been able to work out all the kinks or be able to stay in control of his destiny. Sometimes you just can't escape the madness that is the racing world. Burrowing him off of turn 1 into 2. You can see Kahn is struggling to really maintain distance, maintain control, but Hofford behind him and Hansen as well, initiating a little bit of a launch sequence to keep the momentum alive. And this is just an absolutely awesome race so far we've had today. Just one caution so far. Those that involved ended up taking full control of that and either taking to their own destinies or they end up focusing in on what happened. Since then, it's been really a kind of a crapshoot on who's going to be taking the lead over, who's going to be surviving in the pack. The two strong runners in that last bit of that caution, Kevin Baker and Joe Nettleman, stuck in the mid-pack now. They're currently battling for the top 10 as the Team Midnight Motorsports Stenny 7 of Stephen Ford are currently holding down his paces and holding down the field. Number 90 at Dennis Warren as well, also keeping up some power under the hood as Corey Reed takes the top side here. Looking on in, the reconstruction machine is now on board. Oh, no, 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 whoa, look out down there. We got problems. We've got a problem. Kevin Baker and Stephen Ford, worlds colliding down there, and I think Baker might have clipped him there for turn number 4 there. Caution is out. And we're going to immediately jump right to that and see what went wrong there immediately. Baker and Ford colliding in there, both drivers getting into it. Oh, right off there, there's a flat spot. That we're about to talk about that too. We forgot all about that. The turn 4 flat spot, if you will, and Baker ended up clipping it, getting right in to Stephen Ford there. Unfortunately, there's not a whole lot of area or play to get around it. That's why you see a lot of drivers when they go off that bottom lane, they usually try to shift up quickly to the outside. But when you're trapped up there, then you have to really watch that corner. There it is again. You can see the steering wheel right as he kind of hit it. You saw a little jerk there. That's what he literally hit it in that on the front of the nose. Lost all grip, and the rear end kind of kicks out underneath him as soon as he gets a grip. Unfortunately, Stephen Ford paid the price. Back on the live TV broadcast here right now currently. We're going to get everyone into pit road. Looks like get ourselves a little stretched out in position. Yeah, a bit of a tough break there. Unfortunately, Baker will have to shoot to the back of the pack. So we'll dictate him up, double file him back in. 2 cautions so far. One from a pack, one from a little mishap in the pack. One that unfortunately just kind of stems from the tough little corners of these exits. Turn 2 and 4. You have those little flat spots, more addictive to turn 4 as you come off that turn exit. You'll actually see a little bit of a dip as they kind of clip them around. And they go back to that straightaway there, which kind of flattens and broadcasts progressive banking. And it's just such a little nitpick that it actually can mess up the entire field and mess up themselves if they get too close to it. That's why you got to be very careful where you steer in and out and make sure you got a firm grip of that wheel. Well, let's see if they learn their lesson and they figure it out now. Here we are just under halfway completed, race fans. Let's get this show back on the road to the ButtKicker restart zone. Matthew Hoffert and Corey Stahl will lead them to the line. Off the distance now into the set corner we go. Here we are. Restart them up, boys. Well, they shifted them around a little bit from pit road. Some getting fuel, some getting tires. They only get 3 sets of tires to work with in this race, so they've got to be very careful when how much they use. 3 extra sets of tires is only going to do you so much good when you only have 1 set you burnt up from the first competition caution. So now having to deal with the other regular cautions that may pop out constantly here. This is where you really just start to see more of that indicative nature, that little strategy basing you have to do just to hang on. And may we add as well, this season we have had only 1 winner win twice out of the almost 9 weeks straight. 7 different winners out of 8 different weeks. Khan is the only one so far this season to claim 2 wins, 1 at a road course and 1 on the ovals. The rest won by new drivers or won by an astounding stacked field of heavy hitters and tough competitors. And honestly, that's the way we like it. Don Bard here right now with the closer, Cindy Taylor right now as this field moves in closer as we get. Drivers such in a hot predicament state, trying to stay in control of their own destiny. Dennis Warren's one of them in the 90. Warren's only been to victory lane once here on the show, and he's been trying desperately to get back there too, and unfortunately, almost taking the 5 with him as the 5 clips it right off just the edge of the corner. Open door, self-session for the 99. Boy, Bab, extreme aggression here from the 99 camp. He floors it into the pack and into the mist, and Warren's nothing he can do about that. That little slowdown, that little pace of control completely tampering and messing them out completely, and they had nothing they can do about it. I say it's time we let the drivers do the talking. We let these packs of guys and gals go for broke. Let's put the pedal straight down. Oh, wait, hold on. Before we do that, though, there's trouble. There's trouble. Robert Kahn wrecks out again. We got a big field of wreck pile up here. Field is still green. There, no caution. There is a caution. I don't know what's going on down there with those iRacing controls. I'm not sure the officials down there knew there was a caution or what went down, but unfortunately that was not how they exactly wanted to play that out. A huge wreck ensuing here. We'll take another look at it. I did see Khan in the 21 get a little bit tucked in. And it looks like Corey Reed is the one that got him here. And then this field just, well, let's just say had nowhere to go. Another look at it here. We'll take another look at the instant replay and see if that for sure was the 27. Oh yeah, you can see him driving up a little bit. There's the clip and there's the hit. And then the dog pile, if you will. Wow. Well, I mean, I guess maybe I threw the broadcaster curse in there because honestly, these guys are struggling now to get away from each other, and I said that's something they probably would start doing here. I guess I might have atoned for my own sins and I got my voodoo dolls out and threw a curse at them again. I apologize if that's the case there, fans. Again, this is not usually what we see out of these guys. Usually these drivers are pretty clairvoyant, pretty clear on how to get away and really drive off when they need to, but that doesn't seem to be the case here. And you can just see the tough terrains in the field right now, just trying to get out of this mess and get out of this bad situation when they can. But those that are just trapped in it, there's no escape. Again, that's just one of those deals here. Side note, funny to think, NASCAR this season, when they were wanting to do the Cup Series, wanted to originally do something like what they got with the Truck Series, if not a lower package. I don't even know how that would have worked on all these mile-and-a-halfs doing that kind of speed, that kind of racing. Just a little line thought and all that. That's just my thoughts anyway. Anyway, right now the field currently just going to get squared back up into position, get things taking control. Hunter Hansen is going to be our new race leader here as we're past halfway. So I'm thinking that he's looking in at the almighty seeing crystal ball, and he's thinking maybe there's a chance if I just simply stay out of trouble, I can actually kind of sneak away with another one here. Out of that big wreck too, unfortunately we have lost one driver, Chantel Pottle and actually two drivers, Chantel Pottle and Stephen Ford are both out of competition. Kevin Baker Struggling still to currently keep up with the pace, keep up with the controls. Keith Taylor seems to be done as well here. Wally Babb is in pit road still trying to get the damage sorted out. Corey Reed coming down into pit road right now. He's going to get stepped up as we're going to bring him back to the green flag this next time on by. Las Vegas Motor Speedway has not been too kind to these drivers so far. And the good news is for them is they'll have a week to take off. Next week will be off week for Thanksgiving, of course. But December 4th, we return to the show as we're going to take it down to New Atlanta Motor Speedway. And, well, let's just say if you thought plate track racing wasn't already crazy here, maybe you should probably think about Atlanta Super Speedway a little bit. Anyway, we'll get to that when the time comes here on December 4th. But of course, on December 11th, we're going short track racing. We'll visit Richmond, and for the season open and the season ender, how about it? We return to the roots of Homestead Miami Speedway for the final race this season. It's going to be a hot one there, but right now, it's a hot one probably inside that truck and inside this track. As these guys and gals are now looking to try to make amends to their sins in Sin City, we're going to bring them around off of turn number 4 to the ButtKicker restart zone. Can they get this race dialed in, and can they get themselves out of their own way? We're about to find out. Green flag back in the air. Let's drop the hammer. And the field starting to shrink, which makes it that much easier for some of these guys to get away from this mix. Jeffrey Oaks now going to line up the shot in the Rockside Tires. Ford F-150 of Hansen couldn't hammer down enough. Oaks to the lead. Jeffrey Oaks already been a winner here on the show already this season. He'd love to be one of the only 2 drivers to get 2 this season. That actually is a feat in itself, because usually 1 or 2 of these guys and gals can figure out how to win out and start to win in these races, but it seems though this season everything has flipped and changed on the script. That's why you gotta watch it when we go live here on PTM Racing TV. You never know what happens, never know what goes your way or what comes next. Be sure to like and follow us up here on our Facebook and subscribe to our YouTube channel if you guys enjoy the content and you enjoy the show. And speaking of enjoying the show, I said earlier I wanted to put the pedal to the metal. Let's do it. Here we go. Time to put the pedal straight into the metal. Yes, indeed, race fans. Here we get to put the pedal to the metal once in a while. We get to live it up a little bit here on the track, and we're getting that and then some. Look at this, though, the drag race between Bobby Anderson and Robert Kahn, back and forth yet again. These two just absolutely taking it to a whole nother affair. Anderson has won already this season. Corey Stahl has won, as well as Kahn. Hansen, Oaks, everybody in that spot right there has won a race this season. And I believe even Jeffrey Vickery has put his name on the mantle. The only ones right now that have not put a winner's circle check yet is the guys in the 3, the 84, and the 28, right in that mix of the pack. One of our previous winners, Chantel Pottle, in the 5, won the first race this season, and she's currently down and out right now. Just having nothing but bad luck, it seems like, since really that big win. And I guess you could say that's the Talladega curse coming back to haunt those that dare try to escape its land. Still deadlocked, dead even. We've got 25 laps left remaining here on the show. Hold on, oh my. Woo-hoo. Corey Stahl, I think, was the recipient that delivered the receipt to the 7. I don't know if Vickery appreciates that one very much. Clips him back and sends him back to the Shadow Realm. Now has to try to find a way to get the speeds back up into Brigade. You know, I think our hot streak, too, of having multiple winners this season besides just 2 may come to an end. I've just got that feeling like Robert Connor, Bobby Anderson may take themselves to the absolute limits to bring in. Wait a minute, there's a caution out on the track. Problems. Corey Reed is upside down here, folks. Oh, my. And the 27 reconstruction machine just completely end over end, rolling hard on the track. Something going majorly wrong in that 27 camp. Oh my! Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Wally Babb wrecked hard in that too. Joe Nuttleman looked like he took everybody for a bit of a ride there and played the joke on them, but I think the joke might be on him from the official camp. I don't know what they'll do here. We're going to take a look at the replay and see for sure what they're going to be thinking at. That was a huge wreck though. Oh my goodness. Well, actually, that might be out of Wally Babb. Might have actually got him there. Looked like Wally Babb got, or Sean Long, excuse me, got loose off that corner. I don't know. They're looking carefully at it. Oh my gosh. Just an absolute violent wreck there. So for my calculations right now, it appears that Nettleman got the EOL for that here. I believe that's what they're going to call it for. One of the most violent rollovers we've seen here in a while here on PTM Racing TV, but thankfully all drivers are okay. Man, this field right now just got to be scratching their heads, just trying to figure out when the next maddening spot's going to be thrown into, where they're going to be put in, and where this is going to go. We have 22 drivers in this race. Currently on the lead lap right now, 13 drivers left. Nettleman and Seymour, though, actually will be back on, so we'll be 15 on lead lap this go. And see if anyone right now deserves a reward for try hard and keeping at it. Clinton Seymour deserves that. He's not giving up. Credit where credit is due. Joshua Gossett saying sometimes the pace car leads the most laps. Gossett, I don't think the pace car this time got the better of us. I'd say the drivers at least led the most laps, but then again, there's still a chance that it might end up happening, but I don't see that happening right now. We should have 19 laps to go. Let's go around here. Now, fuel-wise, if they went in now, they're good. There's about 20 laps of fuel in these things. However, the tires are a bit of a different story. Field of drivers now ready to get at it and get down to business here with about 19 laps remaining. All eyes on them, and there might be a bit of a little shot in the dark here. Dennis Warrens and Shane Ledoux are now in the fold. We'll bring it back to the green. I say it may be a bit of a shot in the dark because these guys have not won this season. That could change. Lawrence right now looking pretty strong too. He's got to have a chance here. And he's going to get Ledoux to help him out, it looks like, parking it on the bottom. Bud Vickery in the 7. Throws the block down the bottom lane now. He takes control. Bobby Anderson working with him in the back there in the field. Every driver for themselves here currently trying to hustle and bustle their way through, dealing with the pressure, knowing what's on the line and what could be at stake. Points, a massive undertaking. Anderson right now, if he can get this win and where Khan finishes, he will take him in the points lead. He needs this more than anything, and he knows it too. These guys are 3 deep. Look at Henry on the bottom, almost 3 deep in there. Oaksey continues to stick with it. They work their way down onto the front straightaway, past the near tri-oval of the D-shaped configuration. Not quite a full-on tri-oval, but very close to it. Maxing them out now here. Hofford also. He's currently looking to try to play spoiler here. Gear Wrench 84 trying to get that big win he's looking for. Robert Hissong also in that mix. And Khan, you just can't get him down, can you? The Rattlesnake is back in the top 5, bracketing it up some positions. They may take a 3 deep. No, not yet anyway. His song was looking in, but didn't take it for control. Hofford, look at this. Here comes the 84 on the inside. Hammerson, though, coils down a little bit. Hofford trying to get some help for the 21. Anderson opened the door up. Hoffer wasn't able to accept the invite. He couldn't get it in quick enough before the Dutch door shut on him. They're rolling off. Laps starting to wind down. Down to the final 15 laps left to go. Tires are going to start to burn on right fronts here in about 5 more laps. Look at Hoffer though on the inside. Here comes the gear-rich 84 to the bottom. Anderson trying to hold him off. Kahn looking for a win, and so is Hoffert. Could Hoffert be the next one to win this season and continue the hot streak? If he does, Anderson is not going to be too thrilled with Kahn finishing where he did. That'll give him an extra point leading into the final 3 races of the season. He can't lose any more points. He needs to try to take down Kahn and extend the position and hope for the best. They are just neck and neck and neck all the way through. Neither driver laying off, neither on giving an inch. That is the true tale of a pedal to the metal Racing League race for you. The heart and soul belonging on the track right now. Past all the chaos and past all the madness, you get what is considerably some impressive and incredible racing. Hansen and Anderson slowing down. Hisson bops up to the top. Look at Anderson though. He goes right back to the bottom. He's going to try to make that mistake from Hisson, his weak point. Oaks now right on the draft the 1. Anderson's going to try to line up with the leaders. But Hoffert and Kahn have now lined the draft completely perfect. Could this be the winning formula for the 84? Kahn knows it too. This will benefit him either way, but if he takes the lead, he can even extend the points out more for another title. He's the most winning series driver in all the Pedal to the Metal Racing League, and he wants to continue to remain on top. They'll lean him down with turn 4, but it's Jason Henry right now currently watching this battle between the bumping and banging of Hammer and Hansen and old Oaksy, Jeffrey Oaks. These guys just absolutely kicking it around here, man. This is impressive. 11 now to 10 to go. Look out, though. Here goes Kahn. He goes to the top. He's going for Anderson, or he's going for the lead. Which one of them does he choose? Anderson gets to the bottom of Hoffert, and now Kahn struggling to hang in there. Hoffert has got to be feeling the pressure and knowing what's at stake. He's on the same set of tires, the same set of fuel as everybody else. You couldn't have made this any more dead even if you tried. Oh, slight little nick on the right rear corner. You saw the corner actually cave in a little. Kahn got the 84. But there was no issue staying under control. I think Kahn right now, really at this point, I think he's just trying to stay out of trouble and really avoid any catastrophic spots. Catastrophic or not, he needs to stay focused. He knows what's behind him. And look at this, Hisson. Where did the 28 come from? The Budweiser Chevrolet is coming for the lead. Hisson looking to try to dupe the boys. He's got a push on the 21. The Roberts are now in full progression. Hisson don't wants this one. Hoffert is left all alone. He can't do anything about it. Hisson has now moved on to the race lead, but Hisson has got one thing on his mind. Get around Hoffert and get that leader spot. Hoffert driving him in deep though. He doesn't want him there. Hansen now struggling to get into the bottom, now to the top. Hisson struggled back up. Did he make the mistake trying to go too close with him? I think he might have. I think he may have overshot his shot. Hoffert now looking on as Kahn is starting to run away. Hansen almost gets Hisson. Hisson stays under control. Nardelman going to stay to the bottom, stays out of the way. They'll race him out. This is now what I was talking about earlier. You can see the field starting to separate out further as you go. Without that draft, without that pack, you literally are now having to maintain control and distance. With whatever left you have in store, Anderson looks like he has something left. He's trying, and he's desperately trying to get to him. He's got Hisson right in front of him here. Maybe going to try to push him around too. The 28 Budweiser is desperately looking to get to the 84 and then to the 21, but he's still in trouble. Melissa Collins ruined on her boy. Hisson is not giving up. We're down to the final 5 laps this time on by. High five in the air. The field separated out by a good margin of error. Anderson maybe seeing a title slipping out of his hands if he can't get the on. Hoffert maybe seeing one of his last great chances to finally get a win and break this season open. He's watching everything, and these guys know Khan will not give him an inch. He'll block you if he has to for his life. He just does not care. He will do what he needs to do. Anderson trying to get the one closer to the front. He is pushing that 28 with everything he's got. He's trying. And you can see too, look at that corner panel. He is pushing the nose in and just a little bit. Thankfully the fender's able to take that and able to run him a little bit harder. But it just doesn't look like it's going to be enough. Khan's got about a 0.3 of a second lead over Hoffert, and it continues to grow. The lead now with 3 to go. Here's how it looks. More gain for Khan over Hoffert. The orange represents gain to Khan. The green represents gain to the driver behind, which would be Hoffert in this case. Top 5 on your screen for this final leg of the race. Could be some drivers making an arch from the back here. Corey Stahl, he's making things a little more interesting in the 66. He's got Hammer Hansen right in front of him. Jason Henry looking to make a move off as well. 2 laps remain. Khan is absolutely destroying this one. The tires may be gone, but I don't think his pride or his race-winning soul has either. His song got passed by Anderson. White flag in the air this time on by. Anderson going to try to stop the bleeding and try to narrow down to only 1 more point added for Khan between him and Anderson. He's desperately trying to hold it. Hoffert does not want him by him. He doesn't want to lose it out. But I don't know if Anderson wouldn't do anything else to try to make a move on him. He'll go to the top, looking for one more ride off. But off of turn number 4, checkers are out. The Rattlesnake takes another 3 wins to the season. And a drag race to the line gives Matthew Hoffert just by a narrow 400th of a second gap to the second place spot. Anderson will go 3rd. What a race. No quit, no give. Drinks on him, and he's heading the halls tonight. The Freightliner 21 returns to victory lane. The only driver to get multiple wins this season now adds another one. I'm surprised he even has a tire left underneath that thing to begin with. What a race fans. What a finish. We'll talk to the top 3 in just a moment, but here is your race results presented by Lightning Wrapz. The Rattlesnake strikes once again. Victory to the Rattlesnake, Robert Kahn. 2nd going to Matthew Hoffert. 3rd to Bobby Anderson. 4th to Robert Hissong. 5th to Jason Henry. Hunter Hansen goes 6th. 7th to Corey Stahl. 8th to Cindy Taylor. 9th to Jeff Oakes. And Mike Rideout will finish 10th to finish out for his day today. The rest of your finishers on your screen as well. Here are some drivers absolutely tormented by Las Vegas and sadly not able to escape the pits that is the money pit of Las Vegas, and they'll have to come away empty-handed. When we come back, we listen in to the top 3.
With the ButtKicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. ButtKicker. The future is feeling.
And race fans, welcome back here. Your top 3 now. Join me here in the booth, and Bobby Anderson coming away here in another 3rd place finish. Anderson fitting to drive the Green Ranger today after the tragic news we've heard, but you represented the Ranger well, and that Green Ranger power absolutely kicking it here at Vegas. Another solid 3rd place for you today, sir.
Yes, it was great to put that up here, put on a show with the Green Ranger on the hood, and in memory of him, and give him some show time up here and put on a good show for everybody.
It certainly was indeed. And, you know, Anderson, I mean, we talk about it before, we talk about it constantly, but I mean, this points race has probably been one of the closest we've seen in quite some time. You're 2nd place right now in that position, dealing with Khan. I mean, how difficult was it to just try to hold everyone back, much less trying to get him away from you from getting further into this field for this ending?
It was pretty good at the beginning. We had a pretty good line running with up front and up top, and just cautions come out and pit strategies paid off, and he may have had a little bit newer tires than we did because on our pit strategies, and we tried to make it through the field to get up there before we used them up, but it was a little bit too late, and we were trying to make a charge, almost got 2nd, but he had a good truck tonight, just like he always has. He's a good guy to run up against, and it's fun.
It's fun indeed. We'll never let Anderson know you come away with another 3rd place finish. Who do you want to thank you for this one?
I'll thank the sponsors, thank Pit Stall, FEG PC, ButtKicker, Ford Used Carpets, Car Inside. Thank my wife, my family, my kids and stuff that watch it, and my sister. She's a big Green Rangers fan, so I put this on for her so she can watch this back and forth if she wants to. So.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Anderson, congratulations, man. What a race and a performance today.
All right, thank you.
Bobby Anderson, ladies and gentlemen, going to come away today in 3rd, but the 2nd place position, a little bit of another heartbreaker for the Hoffer camp, but Matthew Hoffer will take home 2nd. Hoffer, you know, for I'd say probably about 10 more laps or so, we thought for a second this was going to be another winner added onto this season and this craziness, but unfortunately, the rattlesnakes bit you, sir.
Yeah, I would have loved to have put my name on that list of different winners this season, but yeah, he bit me good. I guess he just happened to manage his tires just a little bit better than I did, and he got me there with about 10 to go, and wasn't really much I could do.
Wasn't much you could do, but I mean, I'll ask this too, and you still put up a impressive performance. You put up a great drive from start to finish. I mean, how crazy is it for you now to know you got a week off here, and then you guys have got some really tough competition coming up here as you're going to be heading it all down to the Atlanta Super Speedway track. Is it going to be kind of the same deal for you with this plate track style and all the craziness, you'd say?
It'll be close. It'll be close to about the same. It's going to be a wide open throttle all the way down to the floor, free for all. So we're winding down here the last couple of races of the season. So it's gonna start getting dicey, and I think next race at Atlanta is gonna be another good one.
For sure there. Well, nevertheless, though, Hofford, I know this was a bit wild, a bit of a chaos in between, but you are going to come away today 2nd, so who do you want to thank you for this one?
Everybody, everyone at home, friends and family watching at home, appreciate it. PTM Racing TV, all the racers come out tonight, all of our sponsors. Congrats, Archon, for the win, and try again here in 2 weeks.
Try again in 2 weeks, indeed. Still time to get it. Still time to have at it, Hoffer. Congratulations, still on 2nd place today.
Thank you.
Matthew Hoffer comes away today in 2nd place, but the man who wins this today is the rattlesnake Robert Kahn. And Kahn, congratulations on another win. The only driver to get multiple wins this season, and it seemed like you're going to have some competition kind of coming through and taking you on no matter where you go, but you held them off today here in Vegas.
Yeah, that was an up and down race for sure. That last restart going into pit road, I left the truck in third gear and stalled and went in first and came out 11th. So can't complain too much about that. That wasn't the result I was expecting, that's for sure.
For sure there. Now, obviously, with some of those cautions kind of help and kind of dictate the pack back in here, I got to ask you, how difficult was it even just to get through that pack, much less even finish this one out as hard as you had to in this case?
It was, like you were saying in the broadcast, it was a lot like a plate track. You had to go with what line had the momentum. There was a time when I was going for the lead, I was pushing Hoffy. I was like an inch off his bumper, and we cleared him. So it was just like a plate track, just going where the momentum was the fastest at. So anyway, it was hard to pass. So
it was indeed, but hey, nevertheless, though, you end up finalizing this one out, and you take home yet another win today. Who do you want to thank you for that?
ButtKicker, Fag PC, Hit Stall Series, a great group of guys there. PTM TV, appreciate you. Freightliner on my truck every week. I'd appreciate them. But yeah, that's it, man. I thank you for all you do.
Absolutely. All right, well, Con, congratulations on this race win today, sir. Well earned and deserved.
All right, thanks, bud.
The Rattlesnake Robert Kahn will take away the victory today, race fans, and that will conclude the ButtKicker 80 here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Special thanks to our friends at the Pit Stall Racing Series, the ButtKicker Company, for Entertainment Group PC.net, and Lightning Wrapz for all your support. And to you fans out there, man, oh man, oh man, you just continue to impress and show us the love and support. We just wish we never could lose and we could bottle up all the time, but you still keep coming back, so we'll keep going. Thanks so much for tuning in. We'll see you next time.